Hey Chiefs Kingdom, what's up? Buckle up because today's update could shape the future of the Kansas City Chiefs in a big way. And trust me, this one involves a bold move that could redefine Patrick Mahomes' next era. We're talking about a potential trade that has fans buzzing, analysts debating, and honestly, it might just be genius. Now imagine this, a rising, record-setting tight end possibly heading to Kansas City. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you this move isn't just about now? It's about preparing for life after a legend. Yeah, we're going there today. So stay with me, because this story isn't just a rumor. It's a glimpse into what the Kansas City Chiefs front office could be planning behind the scenes. And I want to hear your thoughts as we break this down together. The Kansas City Chiefs are always thinking ahead. That's what separates great teams from dynasties. While the focus is always on winning now, the smartest franchises are already planning for what comes next. And right now, one of the biggest questions surrounding the Kansas City Chiefs is simple. What happens when Travis Kelce eventually steps away? Because let's be real, no matter how legendary he is, time catches everyone. That's where this shocking trade idea comes into play, and it's starting to gain serious attention across Kansas City Chiefs news circles. According to a recent mock trade scenario, the Chiefs could make a bold move with the Detroit Lions, one that involves swapping first-round picks and adding a conditional future pick. And in return, a young, explosive tight end who already made history early in his career. We're talking about a player who set a rookie postseason record with 176 receiving yards. That kind of production isn't normal. That's elite-level potential, and exactly the kind of weapon Patrick Mahomes thrives with. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Travis Kelce. Chiefs Kingdom, we all know what he means to this franchise. He's not just a player, he's part of the identity. But at 36 years old, even though he's still producing, he's not the same player he once was physically. The chemistry is still there, the IQ is elite, but the clock is ticking. And that's not disrespect, it's reality. And the Kansas City Chiefs know they need to prepare before it's too late. So here's where things get interesting. The proposed trade suggests Kansas City could acquire LaPorta, one of the most exciting young tight ends in the league right now. This isn't just a random name. This is a player who's already proven he can perform under pressure and deliver in big moments. And if you're thinking long-term for the Kansas City Chiefs, this kind of move starts to make a lot of sense. Let's break down LaPorta's situation. He's coming off back surgery, which is definitely something to monitor. But he's also entering the final year of his contract. And in Detroit, they've got a lot of young talent they need to pay soon. That creates pressure. That creates tough decisions. And sometimes that creates opportunity, especially for a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. Now imagine Patrick Mahomes with a new, young tight end weapon who can stretch the field, break tackles, and create yards after the catch. Because that's exactly what LaPorta brings to the table: YAC ability, route precision, and toughness in traffic. This isn't just about replacing Kelce. This is about evolving the offense while keeping that elite QBT connection alive. Let's talk numbers for a second. In just 42 games, LaPorta has already racked up 186 receptions, over 2,100 yards, and 20 touchdowns. That's not just good. That's incredibly consistent production for a young tight end in today's NFL. And when you plug that into the Kansas City Chiefs system, that's where things get scary for the rest of the league. But here's the big question. What would it cost? Because nothing like this comes cheap. Some believe it could take a second-round pick. Others suggest swapping first-round picks and adding a future conditional pick might get it done. Either way, this would be a serious investment by the Kansas City Chiefs front office. Now I want to ask you, Chiefs Kingdom, would you pull the trigger on this trade? Would you be willing to invest in the future now, even with Travis Kelce still on the roster? Or do you ride it out and wait until the time comes? Because this decision could define the next era of Kansas City Chiefs football. One thing is clear: Patrick Mahomes thrives when he has a reliable tight end. We've seen it for nearly a decade. That connection has been the heartbeat of this offense. It's been the safety net in clutch moments. And finding the next version of that, that's not easy, but it's necessary. Now let's be real for a second. This is still a mock trade. Nothing official. Nothing confirmed. But these kinds of ideas don't just come out of nowhere. They reflect real possibilities, real needs, and real strategies. And when you look at the situation closely, it's not as crazy as it sounds. If this move were to happen, it wouldn't just be about replacing Kelce, it would be about building the next dynasty phase, keeping the Kansas City Chiefs at the top for years to come. Because as long as Patrick Mahomes is under center, the goal is always the same: championships. And moves like this, they're how you stay ahead of everyone else. But let's not forget, chemistry matters. Leadership matters. Experience matters. Kelce still brings all of that. And losing his presence, even eventually, won't be easy. So the transition would have to be smart, gradual, and perfectly timed. At the end of the day, Chiefs Kingdom, this is what makes the NFL so exciting. The strategy, the risks, the what-if scenarios, it's all part of the game we love. And right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are once again at the center of a potentially game-changing conversation. So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Would you trade for LaPorta? Do you think he's the future of the Kansas City Chiefs offense? Or do you believe the team should look elsewhere when the time comes? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Chiefs fan you know. Because here, we live and breathe Kansas City Chiefs news, and you don't want to miss what's coming next.